Um, Lots of thoughts in my head from the conversation that barely happened because bad cell phones. But um, it's that blues thing. I want you to start off oodles easy, and I'm going to show that. And I want you to feel completely comfortable poking around in it, and not in that sense that we always fuck with each other with, but uh, and feel it. Um, I've got no real musical movement in my brain. If I can see somebody do something, I might be able to replicate it well enough for somebody to say, "That's what that is," you know. But I listen to myself play. I hear all of the strings muted. I hear all of the missed beats. I hear not quite the right chords played, but it's the ones that I can play. So I hear all of that crap. But this, I don't want to get too wordy because I'm going to take up some time to slow this down and show you how simple it is. So I'm going to do just a fairly staccato blues, right? In G. We'll do it G minor. But I'm going to put it very slow. I'll get one going here. Um, and then I'll show you what I'm going to do as it's going. So my G, right? If I'm doing that's so I've got a G here or root, whatever you're in for minor pentatonic. You're going to have a root here, a root here, and a root here. So those let people know, yep, I'm driving in the same lane as the rest of the song. So I was completely unknowing about the minor pentatonic. I could still do, okay, he's in the right lane. Nobody wants to listen to that, right? So what about all I did 5 to 3 of the next string and back to 5. So if we were starting out, whoop, I'm missing my beat. We'll try it again. That'll work. Settle down, Michael. I think I'm missing just a half beat in this strumming thing. And I missed that. I'll do it again. I'll stop that just for a second. So we can do just the root. And then do root and back one and up. We should be able to do root and up one and back. And that's just those 3 notes. I'm not moving anywhere. I'm not changing fingers. And if I were going this way, maybe I can do it the other way. they all sound musical. They all sound like mini licks. Um, Remembering that in this slow stuff, it's about all that breath and letting a note hang, or differences in volume. Where am I? So can get a bend in there, or in there, or I think you're not supposed to bend the root. You lose track, right? Because if you bend the root, then people think that maybe you're playing some sort of G sharp-ish. But so again, with that going, we can do the start it off as a one, um, go one low, that's you've got an open there that's right. That's going to be the same as this note, so you don't have to go. You can do right on that same string. Same thing here. So one stab, let it float. It's kind of saying, hey, I'm going to start talking with my guitar, of course. But what I'm going to say is going to be a little bit important, so I'm going to take my time to say it. Somebody who's, you know, getting control of a crowd at a podium or whatever, doesn't go out there and unless they're an auctioneer. And I have a hell of a time slowing down because I want to say, well, if I get more in there, there'll at least be a higher percentage of them right. You know, if I only do one note and it's the wrong note, that's kind of a zero. But if I do two notes and one's wrong and one's right, then that's at least 50%. And it keeps getting better from there the more questions there are on the test, right? But slow it down, and it's got a lot of weight to it. I'll start this again. Oh, that didn't go well. Hmm. Why am I doing that? So that's just going from the G down to the G with a little bit of a shuffle pattern. Now you don't have to fill in the space there. You can come back up to your G and it'll have that much more kind of weight to it that, wait a minute, he was over there a minute ago and now he's up there. So let's see if I can get there. I'll stop that for a second. So I'm at the G. So those are, so that's going to be an A sharp, that because we're in G minor, that's a note that falls in there. and then that's your C that's here, and that's your next chord if we were doing it right. So we go to C, and then we go to D, and then to C, and then to G. So that's obviously your 4, and so the chord can be staying on G, and you can give the impression, right, that's your C there, you can give the impression that you've moved to your 4 chord. Let's see if it happens here. This. I'm doing very, very little. And that didn't drag it, but it certainly, it's got a little bit of that feel of a turnaround, even though the chords didn't move in that direction, they stayed on the 1. So that covers us a lot, you know. That's staying, it's not even really reaching up to the next octave, because that would be up there. So I'm staying down. It's pace and breathing, and repeat the same thing. That way, like I've said before, if you've made a mistake and you repeat it, then it's not a mistake anymore. It's part of the song, you know. Getting up to the higher register, the only complication is that, right, the top end of the pentatonic throws in the pinky. I would only go up to that. Well, that's actually oh, it was good. That's A sharp. I was thinking it was a C there for a second. Right, E, F, G, A sharp. So I would only go up there as I was going to leave the high register. I don't know how much I'd use it, because it's higher than your root. So it's strange, but you're trying to take attention away from the root. I'm amazed at how much I'm putting the root into this, and that it makes it all kind of coalesce, come together. So I do partial steps up to there. I don't have any great ways to get there yet. I'm certainly getting comfortable in there. You know that, so keep it slow and easy. And if you're in A, nothing changes. And that push up towards that blue note, you know, is an easy place to get that. Maybe I wasn't all that clear with the change to the C. Let me see if I can easily find this stupid thing. No, I didn't want that. Hang on. Go to playback. Go 25, 24, maybe. see, it could be it. Crap, I'll just do, I'll trash that, get out of that. Go back to the looper, and I'm just going to do a GC D. Set that, dagnabbit. And I effed up the majors and minors in that because my brain wasn't there. But on the G, we're hanging out there. Here, we're just moving up to our C. So, poking at that root. And then when it goes to D, take that C and move it up. Grab that C. You don't have to do anything extravagant with it, right? So you're hanging out here doing your G. Now I'm going to return to that C that's there. Whoops. So that changes because of the B string. I wasn't sure the other night, and I was messing around between major and minor, so nothing was sounding right. But with your C being there, that would actually be your movement on that. If you were to do your C here, then it stays what you're kind of used to there. But sorry. If you're here, it's going to be a little bit of that BB's box. So when you get to your C, it's easiest to put your middle finger on it, and you're only going to be there for a moment anyhow. It's that house again, right? C is on the 5th fret. Then you're going to move your pointy finger to the 4th fret of the B string, your ring finger to the 6th fret of the B string, 4 of the E, and 6 of the E. And you're only going to be there for a moment. And when you do your D up at the 7th fret, okay, so the turnaround, you can keep it uber simple. It's moving anyhow. You can build up to it, and because we're not lightning fast guitarists yet, that build up is going to be what people are expecting. So when you just fall over that cliff instead of running, and jumping off the cliff, it fits too, because it's not what they expected. So start off with, if you ask the computer machine there to play um, 16 bars of a G chord on a guitar, I bet you it will. And then you can set that to loop and muck around. If that's not working, just ask for the blues in G backing track or the blues in A backing track, wherever you want to play it. Um, and, well, ask for them in minor. That way you're staying in the 3 to 5 position or the 5 to 7 position. For the moment, that should keep it easier. If you get comfortable with it and figure it out and want to do the majors, you remember how to get down to the major, put your pinky finger where your pointy finger would have been, and that's your major scale, pentatonic. But start off making small words just like we would, and I know I'm talking a lot here, but when you responded that appeared to be too far off in the distance, I don't know how to iterate strongly enough that that's uber easy. And once you get it a little bit, you'll start finding places where you can show some pizzazz, I guess, when that time comes. But initially, making the statements, the firm blues statements in that, are a lot easier once you know your root, and you just dance and go back to the root. You dance potentially the same thing again and go back to the root, and then the third time you change it, or first time you state the root, second time you state the root and go up, third time you state the root and go down, and then fourth time you kind of make a little circle and come back to the root. Don't get lost in it. Try it. You'll be amazed at how quickly it starts to sound like something. Not all of it, because even people who are really eloquent say stupid things sometimes. But give it a try. Sorry about the long video, but hopefully it says something, and talk to me if it doesn't. That way we can clarify.